Hey guys, we're going to talk to you today about some things that could possibly save consumers a ton of money.
And we're going to be having a discussion and some speculations about E3.
Let's talk about this. Okay, so some news dropped last week, or it's actually a few days ago, about something that actually is crazy. You guys know those stickers that are on the back of all your favorite consoles, whether it be your Nintendo, your PlayStation, or your Xbox, the ones that say don't mess with it, don't mess with this, or your warranty's void. Well, apparently the FTC has ruled those are now illegal. They deemed that it is unfair for a consumer not to be able to take his device to a third party in order to have them fixed, and that it's kind of a monopoly when it comes to getting your systems fixed. So the FTC has now made those stickers illegal. Now you can actually go get your system repaired by a certified repair person, and it doesn't void your warranty unless they do something that I guess would have to be not approved of by Sony or Microsoft. But this is huge because I can't even count the amount of times I've had to fix people's devices and have to pre-warn them that, hey, even though I'm fixing this, your warranty's void. This is good for consumers because you can now take your devices to a third party to get them fixed rather than having to take them to, the place where you got them, or not the place where you got them, but the company you got them from, like Apple. I replaced Samora's screen on her phone. It was a couple months ago, and Apple was going to charge us $200. I did it for $20. Yeah. So it's going to prevent all that, and that's awesome. And it's also good for third-party repair people, so they can actually get the recognition and get the stuff repaired that they're good at repairing and get paid to do it. So,
and this is a big move. I think it was the right move too. It was a long time coming. We had actually talked about this the other day, and you had mentioned how much in the same way. Like if you take your car to a repair shop, they can't void the warranty because you got it repaired.
Yeah,
it's because it's the exact same thing, and I really do. I think this is the right move, and it was definitely much needed.
Yeah, it opens up a lot of doors, not just for consumers to finally save the money, because when you send your console off to get it fixed, a lot of times they just send you a new console back, and if your warranty is up, they will charge you even more, and if you mess with that sticker, they don't even fix it for you. Yeah. So it definitely opens a lot of doors for both consumers to get their stuff repaired cheaply, not having to spend nearly as much money to get it repaired properly, but also you don't have to send your stuff off. You can, if you've got a person in your town, you can call them and have your stuff fixed properly in your local town, where you can pick it up, have it back in a day or two, rather than sending it off and waiting weeks to get your stuff back, which that was always, whenever the Red Ring of Death was a big deal, sending my console off to get repaired, I stopped sending it back. I'm just I'll fix it myself.
Yeah.
Because it takes so long to get it back.
And the good thing about this, too, is that these, like I said, the repair people around here, they're actually going to have some more business.
Yeah.
Which is big. So I'm a big proponent of small business, getting people in there and letting these people earn a living doing what it is that they actually enjoy.
Yeah.
To do. And I think that's great. Big companies, we need them, but they got to make way for other people too.
Yeah, exactly. Every car manufacturer, like we discussed here today, you got to get your car repaired 90% of the time. You're not taking it to the dealership where you got it because of how much more they charge. So at least this way, people can get their stuff repaired properly and not have to spend an arm and a leg to do it.
Exactly. So. Yeah. And moving on, we have E3 coming up, and there's a few games that we're speculating they're going to be coming out. Going to be talking about some stuff that we're pretty sure is going to be coming out. And the first one that I'm really excited about, that you're really excited about, is Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah.
We played the first one and the second one, loved them both, and super excited about the next one.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts has always been I've talked about it with Nathan back when the first one came out when we were in high school. I think Nathan was actually the one that introduced me. I'm pretty sure it was him. He actually introduced me to Kingdom Hearts, and I got ready to play it. And I'd already seen the previews and stuff, and I'm like, "What am I about to play? Why is Cloud with Mickey Mouse in this game?"
Yeah.
And it's just the creators of Final Fantasy and Disney just came together, took acid together, and made this great, amazing game. Now we've been waiting on this third one now forever. It feels
it's been a long time.
I remember seeing gameplay before the Xbox One launched.
Yeah, it's a long time coming. I'd have to look and see exactly how long, but it's going on the routes of Final Fantasy VII. The remake for that right now.
Well, it's to the point where Kingdom Hearts 3 is now a meme. Where people are is it going to come out this year?
Maybe not.
Are we going to see something more at E3? Now, I think we are getting closer. We've seen more gameplay footage leaked. We've seen, the Toy Story level gameplay. We've seen a little bit more coming out about it, so hopefully 2019's our year.
Well, what I'm liking and disliking at the same time, they are taking a long time on this.
Yes.
Everybody can see it. It's clear. But what I'm hoping is that they're taking that time and making it quality.
Yeah.
I am perfectly fine with waiting, not as long as I've waited for Final Fantasy VII Remake, the good one, but I'm perfectly fine with waiting for a quality game to be released.
Yeah.
I don't have any problem with that. And
Yeah,
if that's what they do on here, and it looks amazing, what they have so far.
Yes, it does. I mean, it looks like it's the same game, the same world. It looks like it's the same game. It looks like you're gonna be able to jump into this from the first and second one, and really, know what you're doing. It doesn't look like they've changed too much of the style. They've just made it better, and
just polished the whole thing up.
I'm really excited about that. I think. Yeah, hopefully we see some more at E3 this year. I'm betting we'll see something about Kingdom Hearts 3.
I don't see how they couldn't.
We'll have to just wait and see. As for the Final Fantasy VII,
please.
I don't know if we're going to see anything about that at E3.
Didn't they just recently switch developers again?
They switched. I don't know if they switched developers or they just changed project leads. I'll have to read the article.
There was something had changed on there, and it's halted progress again.
Yeah.
But I've got to have it. Ever since they first introduced the when you first get off the train.
Yeah.
Ever since that trailer years ago, I've been itching for that game to come out, and it's going to be because that's the first one that I ever played. That's the one that got me into Final Fantasy, that got me into RPGs.
Yeah, it's definitely so. It wasn't the first RPG I ever played. First one I ever played was Secret of Mana, and then Chrono Trigger. And Final Fantasy IV, I think, was the first RPGs I ever played. Final Fantasy VII was the first 3D RPG I ever played.
Amazing,
on PlayStation 1, which is the graphics on that. If you try to play it now, it hurts my eyes. But another game that I'm really excited about that there's rumors going around right now that they've leased the domain name, that they are working on finally releasing a proper Devil May Cry 5.
Yes.
If this is true, and it is following along the lines of where Devil May Cry 4 was going, I am so excited. Yeah. Mostly because I want to know more about Nero, the main protagonist from Devil May Cry 4. Sort of passing of the torch, Dante, was in Devil May Cry 4, but the main character was Nero, and I want to know more about him. I was hoping we would have already had a prequel, to be completely honest, because we don't really know how he got his powers. They hint at it in the fourth one, but we never really see how did he get the arm. We know he sacrificed himself. He gave himself up to a demon so that he could have the power to save the love of his life, and that's how he's got that arm. But we don't know much more than that. So I really want to touch more on his backstory, but I'd also like to see a continuation of Devil May Cry 4.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure he's Virgil reincarnate. I may be wrong. If there's huge Devil May Cry, from what I've played in the games, I know the sword chose him, and it was Virgil's sword. I think he's Virgil reincarnate. Maybe not. We'll have to wait and find out, I guess. But
unfortunately, I haven't been able to play a whole lot of those. That's definitely more your game than it is mine. He can sit here and nerd out about it for a long time. I sat there and I watched him play it on, what was that, like the insane difficulty?
Yeah.
Something like that for like an hour, and it was crazy. But yeah, that's going to be a good one, if, fingers crossed. As well as the next one everybody's been talking about, been memes everywhere, Fallout 76.
Oh, yes, Fallout 76.
Yes.
Now, this game is definitely been controversial because I've seen a lot of people for it and I've seen a lot of people very against it.
Yeah.
Which the people that are against it are all screaming, "Oh, we want Fallout 5 or New Vegas 2," and I'm like, you just had Fallout 4 release how long ago?
Yeah, it's not been that long. You guys can wait a little while.
Now, from what I'm understanding from the reports that are coming out about Fallout 76 is that it is a survival / MMORPG. And I know they were working on a Fallout MMO back in 2012. I think it was 2012. And it got canned. They started working on it, and they ended up shutting it down. Now, I'm wondering if they didn't really just shut it down. They just decided to polish it and wait. But
which would make more sense.
If this really is a survival MMO in the Fallout world, I'm for it. Now, we've played survival games. Me and you both have Ark. We've played Ark quite a bit. We've played a lot of sandbox games. H1Z1 was originally a survival game. And we've played a lot of RPGs. But no game really that I've seen so far fuses the two properly together.
Yeah.
It's either mostly survival with a small amount of RPG aspects that doesn't really play that much of a role, or it's an RPG that doesn't really have too much of a survival aspect. So I'd be really interested to see if they pull this off and make it mesh really well.
Well, one thing that I'm kind of excited about, I think the MMORPG part of it could be what makes the survival aspect of it work.
That's In
order to have to work with the community at large in order to do this or to do that, I think that would enhance the aspect of it. But aside from that, the lore aspect of it, Fallout 76, the Fallout Shelter 76. From what I am understanding, 76 is the one that was designated to be the ones that go out and repopulate, rebuild, and all that stuff.
That's what I heard too.
Whereas all the other ones have all these horrible experiments that happen to everybody.
Yeah.
Fascinating to read up on. If you haven't seen or read up any of it, find some place that has all the lore on it. It's you can spend hours on it. I don't know if I like the idea of them having one of these Fallout shelters to do that. I don't see that. I see people that are in that kind of a position thinking that they're the only ones that can go out and rebuild. Like they have their own special squad to go out and take care of the whole
I'm thinking this might be the special squad, though, because, we don't know. We don't know what route they're going to go
exactly.
with the story. We don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe you might be one of the survivors. You might know about the horrible experiments going on in the other ball. We don't know. You could be a bad guy, essentially. We don't know.
Yeah.
Fallout has a way to
really
change
does.
the narrative and make you think a certain... they kind of go the Bioshock route.
Yeah.
Speaking of Bioshock, though, there's been rumors floating around that we might be getting a Bioshock resurgence. I don't know if it's a remake or if it's a new Bioshock game.
I hadn't heard that.
No, yeah, so I don't know if it's going to end up being a reboot or if it's going to be a remake or if it's going to be a sequel. I really have no idea what they're planning on doing with this game. The only thing I can hope is that it actually plays like Bioshock 1 and 2 and not like Bioshock Infinite, because I think Bioshock Infinite just does not feel like a Bioshock game. It feels more like... It feels a lot more like Dishonored than it does Bioshock.
Mm. Well, as little as I have played of Bioshock, or of any of them, horror games are just not my thing. I'm a bit of a wuss sometimes when it comes to those. But I did get to play a little bit of it.
Yeah.
It was dark. It was the first one. I ran around. Apparently, you were supposed to run from the first Big Daddy?
Big Daddy.
The first Big Daddy. Supposed to run from him. I wasted all my ammo and just tried to take him down. Did not work. But
I remember that.
Yeah, it was bad. It was really, really bad. But if they come out and they have that same kind of feel, though, I think that's what people are really after. Yeah. Same thing with Kingdom Hearts. They need to keep the same feel, but still keep that charm.
Yes.
And keep that charm, but still introducing new stuff. Now, if that was the case, what do you think they'd be doing, as far as a new area to explore?
I don't know. I don't know if I'd want them to do a new area. I think I would rather... now, I don't know if they could even do this the way the games end, but I think I would rather them somehow find a way to take the game back to Rapture and maybe make it modern day. Maybe somehow somebody's repaired Rapture enough to where there are these mutants living down there, and modern day you have to go down and try to stop them.
Yeah. New twist, but still be able to keep that same feel. I think that's something that they could do. But yeah, no, all sorts of really cool stuff coming out. I think that about does it, though.
Yeah, I don't really think there was any other games we wanted to speculate about. We already know about Rage. We already know about Rage 2. We already know about Fallout 76. Mm-hmm. I know they're probably wanting to show some stuff off about that new PS4 Days Gone game, but from everything I've read about it, I'm not really too excited about it. So.
But tell you what, why don't you guys leave us a comment down below and tell us what games you would like to see come out, anything that you've heard of that you would really, really want to see, anything that you think they might be doing. Just, talk to us.
Have you guys heard about a game that's coming out that we haven't heard of yet? Go ahead and let us know. Leave a comment down below. But that's all the time we got for today. We got to try to get this cut and edited together so we can put it up for you guys. So we're going to go ahead and head off and do that, then try to beat some people up at Brawlhalla. But thank you guys for watching. If you like this video and you want to see more, please click that subscribe button. If you want to help support this channel and help it grow even greater, we do have a Patreon page. Link for that's down in the description. If you really like coffee, there's a 5% discount code down there too. So we'll see you guys next time.
See you guys.